guys, it's Nikki with Nikki Speaks, and guess what? I'm at the venue of Find Your Voice Night, Open Mic Night, America's Best Coffee, and it will be on November 11th. But today, I have some exciting news for you. I'm gonna run inside and talk to some of the locals about what it means to find your voice, and also have a little coffee and conversation. So come on in with me and let's go see what they're up to. Hi guys, it's Nikki with Nikki Speaks, and I'm at America's Best Coffee here with a videographer by the name of Adam, and I'm going to have him interview himself in just a moment. But I'm continuing my series with Finding Your Voice and interviewing and talking to some people in the community that have found their voice in different ways and are willing to share that and help us, the global community, with finding steps to find our own. So Adam, do you mind introducing yourself?
Hello, my name is Adam Hayes. I'm a videographer and a creative media manager for certain people around the DFW Metroplex, and I'm happy to answer any questions I have coming my way.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining me today and joining us. So tell me, you mentioned that you're a videographer and also skilled behind the camera. How did you get into that field?
Honestly, I wasn't expecting to jump into videography right off the bat, but I went to the University of North Texas, but I guess my video stuff started before that. It was in high school. I was a part of the news kind of group that we had in high school. I would go around and I was in charge of sports, so a crew of 3. It was basically me who would write, edit, and come up with the concepts of what we need to do. Then I had a talent that would be in front of the camera, and so we'd film that person, and his name is Chris Grisby, and he's a news person in Florida. He's on TV in Florida, and so I'd shoot him our sports segment, and then we would turn it in at the end of the week. So that's where it started, and then I went to UNT for their television, film, and media division, and that's where I started.
That was a good experience.
Yeah, I got hands-on with equipment, and then I went into the short film club there and got to do some stuff. And then out of college, I didn't want to get a 9-to-5 job as far as working at like a gym or something that wasn't in my field. So I just started an internship as a videographer, and then asked my boss, hey, do you have anybody you know that needs videography stuff? And then they directed me to some of the people I work to now. So that's kind of how it happened.
So it's more networking too, once you were able to get your degree.
This field is a lot of networking.
So I'll ask you this, in talking to anyone in the audience that is in the middle of trying to decide if they want to continue to pursue their videography or their love for being behind the camera or what have you, what would you say as far as suggestions for them to be able to really live in the truth of who they are? Because we know as business owners, entrepreneurs, that starting out a lot of times it's a financial burden on the person that's birthing this business, right? So what would you tell that person, that young person, that high school person, or the college student that is interested in starting their own business?
Well, first off, if they have no prior knowledge of doing anything like this and just were interested in doing it, I would say go to YouTube first, probably, because they would have a lot of lessons of, the basics. How do you frame a shot? How do you make someone look good on camera as far as where eyes are supposed to be? So once you knock down the basics, then you can start practicing maybe on your phone if you have some friends that'll let you film them some stuff. Yes, and then look into editing softwares, and maybe learning how to edit things that you shoot with your phone. Once you get those basics down, then you can start kind of figuring out, am I good at this? Am I ready to market it?
Right.
And if you already have a job going, I would say keep that, because you can use that capital that you get from your work and start investing it into what you really want to do.
Right.
Now, this equipment, like the cameras and stuff, can be kind of expensive, but for the most part, your phone shoots in HD, and you can put together pretty good videos with your phone.
So did you hear that the phone is okay for
Yes.
those that don't have the financial
Yes.
capability to purchase the cameras
Yes.
right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
And because there's been a couple major movies that have been shot entirely on phones.
Oh wow. Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can do that.
Okay.
Just after you start filming stuff on your phone, I would say you kind of should probably learn how to edit, how to put things together, how to put graphics on the screen,
Right.
because that's
Are
kind
there
of.
tools out there for that?
There's what I use is Adobe Premiere.
Okay.
It's not like super expensive,
Okay.
but I mean you'd have to. It's a payment,
Right.
but it's worth it. It's a software that many that has been used to make films with, so you can use it, and it basically does everything. And I've been using it for probably about 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
And I'm still learning new things, so you get better and better at it. And then once you get good at the editing process, then I would say you can probably start marketing yourself as saying, I'm ready to film stuff for you, or start gaining a little bit of capital in this business. Then you can buy yourself a camera and just go from there. That's what I would say.
So in terms of your life, when you look at over your life, was there anything in your life that caused you to like struggle with finding who you are, discovering who you were, finding your voice?
I guess
Purpose.
I had a problem, kind of like a self-confidence problem a lot whenever I was growing up, because
A lot of us do.
yeah,
It's
I was
easy.
I was always in sports, and I was a big guy as far as weight growing up, and it was great for my sports career because I was an offensive lineman, but it's I was never like great at football, but it was like I never really liked how I looked for the most part. So I would say, as far as whatever you pursue in life, I feel like you always have to start with liking yourself and having the confidence to go out and do what you want to do.
That's so huge.
Because if you don't really have that confidence, you're not really going to go out and pursue maybe your career that you want. And you're like, I'm in my safe spot, my safe space right now, and I'm used to the routine. I want to stay here, even though I may not like it.
Right.
So-
Do you think it's because people are worried about people? Like, because I know like the times that I've struggled with self-confidence, I think I'm more concerned with the audience, or more concerned with the people and their perspective of me versus myself.
I think it's half of what you think other people think of you, and I think it's half of something that you're not used to.
Right.
It's kind of the fear of the unknown.
Yes,
So
good
that's what I
point.
think those two things compete with each other to maybe stifle someone or stop them in their place. So kind
How'd
of,
you push through?
for me, it got a lot easier for myself once I got to college, because I got away from my parents as far as their cooking. It's not that they made bad things, it's that they made a lot of something. And it
Fried
was
chicken?
every once in a while after football
Mac and
games.
cheese?
Yeah. Yes, it's all that. So once I got away from their cooking, it was easy for me to control what I was eating and my workouts and stuff like that. Working out was never a problem for me. I love working out. It was just the diet part. And so once
So is there a person that you follow, like their regimen, or because I know there's a lot of people out there that have set ways for you to maintain weight loss?
Like, for the most part, I follow a ketogenic diet, so
Okay.
high proteins and high fats and low in carbs. That's what I follow for the most part, but I didn't start that till maybe like 4 or 5 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Basically, back then I was just thinking, eat a lot of protein, watch how much I eat, because I was trying to lose weight.
Did you do
And,
portion control?
I had a calorie, I have like a meal
a calorie
plan app.
counter.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a meal plan app. And so I was always trying to stay like maybe 2,000 calories or less whenever I was losing weight. And those first few months suck. but then you get used to it.
Right.
And then you start to play with it once you get used to the routine.
Yeah.
So that's basically it.
Well, that's good. Well, so are you going to be coming to the open mic night?
Of course.
You're going to get on stage?
Yeah, I may cover it. Who knows?
Yeah. So we look forward to you coming out to open mic night where you'll see Adam. We're going to make him go on stage and hear more of his voice. But thank you so much for everything, for tuning in. And one more thing before we go, what would you like to share as far as how do people contact you if they'd like to book you for?
Okay. Well, if you want to contact me, I mainly just go by email because I don't really answer random phone numbers.
Right.
But it's Adam Hayes, AdamHayes, as in Texas, @gmail.com. That's how you would contact me.
Awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Can't wait to see you at Find Your Voice Night, Open Mic Night, November 11th, right here at America's Best Coffee. Thanks for tuning in to Nikki Speaks.